second try. So I tried to record a video, and the first time Facebook said to me that there wasn't enough network. So I shut it off, and I moved a mile down the road. I'm on my way home, and so here's the story. I grew up in Muskegon, Michigan. I was born in Washington, D.C., and moved to Muskegon when I was 2 years old. And I moved away, and I spent probably the better part of 35 years somewhere else, and I moved back fairly recently, 2.5, 3 years ago. And there are certain foods, whenever I would come back to Muskegon, I would have to eat. So my list is fairly short, and and it may make sense, looking at my size, that I have an affinity for food. I think G&L chili dogs in Muskegon. That was the Muskegon chili dog, and that's my favorite chili dog to this day. Fricano's Pizza in Grand Haven, the original Fricano's, and it's thin, it's crispy on the end, it's one of a kind. And I've eaten pizza all over the country. Nothing compares exactly to Fricano's, and I don't eat that many Fricano's pizzas now. I go to another pizza place, but on occasion I'll go to Fricano's. US 31 barbecue, and it's thin sliced pork, not a tomato sauce, but there's a kind of a relish that's pickles, cabbage, sweet. It's mustard, ketchup. So that's another. Anytime if I came to Muskegon for 3 days, I would eat US 31 barbecue. I would eat G&L. I would eat probably Fricano's. And Brian, I'm sorry, you hate Fricano's. What's wrong with you? I generally eat at Scribs like on a regular basis. Scribs is another Muskegon institution. Today, I drove up to Whitehall, Montague, and it's not a long drive. It's a really beautiful scenic drive. Muskegon is on Muskegon Lake. The next lake north is White Lake. Two cities, Whitehall and Montague, one on the south side, one on the north side. Montague, Michigan has Papa's Pizza. They've been in business for 50 some odd years. I get a Papa Wappa, which is a sub, a grinder, whatever you want to call it. It's ham, roast beef, pepperoni, sausage, mozzarella, pizza sauce, and all of this is grilled together. So it's the crust. It's a crispy crust, crusty Italian bread. It is out of this world. And every time I eat one of these, it reminds me of growing up. It's call it a guilty pleasure. US pickle sauce. It is, yes, and yes, it's pickle relish. And I agree. It's not smoked. They roast the meat outside on this rotisserie that they have outdoors, and it's not traditional barbecue at all. But it is a taste of home, and I like that. Now, my question for you folks is, what is your taste of home? What are if you had 3 things to go back home and you could eat one more time, just one time, what would be on your short list of 3 things? I almost forgot, and it doesn't have to be a specific place. Perch. I grew up in Michigan. Lake perch is something that you just can't get every place in the world. You know, I spent 20 some odd years in New York and New England. There's great seafood in New England, obviously. There's no lake perch. And it's something that I miss. So that's the video for today. And if any of you are asking or concerned, yes, I still have a cold, and it's in my head, and I actually feel better today than I did yesterday. But I think you can probably still hear the. I'll get better. Thank you.